Hello, I'm Carolyn Stone. I'll be conducting the interview today for the position of application engineer. I hope that you found us easily today. The traffic in here in Montreal can be terrible.
Thank you. I'm glad I got here.
I'll ask you some questions for the interview. You received these questions by email that I sent to you so that you could prepare. Please relax and feel free to add any information that you think would be important for us to know. After the interview, you will have some time to ask us some questions, as the job has to be a good fit for both the employer as well as the employee. Do you have any questions now?
No, I do not.
Okay, then we'll begin. Okay, why would you be interested in working for this organization?
I'm interested to work for this organization because I enjoy the idea that the employees are shareholders of the company and that I can have a bit of control of what the direction the company goes into.
Excellent. What experiences, educational or work-related, have you had to date that you feel you have well prepared you for the responsibilities and challenges of this position?
I have some assembly line experience working at Ford with the development of the automated assembly line for the exotic line of SUVs. What we had to do is we had to take a completely new approach to the assembly line and develop something never seen before.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Okay. What would you say then is your greatest strengths? Describe a time in which these strengths were evident in a leadership or team-based situation.
My greatest strength is that I am a creative worker. When asked to do something, I don't go for the obvious approach. Usually, my first thought is something no one else would think of. For example, recently I had a project where I needed to launch a wooden block across the room for a design project in university. Most people made a catapult or even a trebuchet. I made a crossbow. It worked the best compared to other projects, and it was the most unique one. This creativity went with me for the rest of my work career, since one of the ideas I had for the assembly line required to replace the entire existing solution that would have had a much more efficient placement for the pieces.
Wow. What would you say then is your greatest asset? Okay, describe a time in which what would you say your greatest weakness was? Describe a time in which this weakness was evident in a leadership or team-based solution. How are you overcoming this weakness?
I would say my greatest weakness is I'm unorganized with the ideas mentioned earlier. When I have an idea of what I am excited about and I jump to work on it straight away without knowing exactly what I am doing. I have not had a problem with this before, but using a checklist system I came up with, I have a way to make sure everything is in order so I don't mess up.
Okay, so now tell us about a time in which you faced a difficult challenge in your career, and the steps you took to overcome that challenge.
There's a time where we were setting up the assembly line, and there's two groups with two different ideas. And we did not know which one was going to be the correct one in the situation we were in. So our solution was that we would make a miniature model of each idea to determine which one would work better.
Excellent. So what skills would you have to match our requirements here then?
I'm very experienced with the robotic software JetCam, as that was a big software we needed during the programming of the arms in the line.
Oh, excellent. That's the one that we use here. So what are your long-term career goals? How do you feel that a position in this organization would assist you in achieving those goals?
My long-term career goals is to create some machines that would change the way people think when they think of machines. I would also like some career freedom and an opportunity to explore with new techniques. I also love working with new technologies. These are all things your company offers and all things I am interested in having in a work environment.
Excellent. This sounds very good today. Now, do you have any questions for us, perhaps?
What software do you use now for programming your machines?
Well, as you noted, we are using the JetCam, but we also have some CAD/CAM software that we're using as well, and I'm sure you can handle those.
The job ad mentioned that there would be some traveling. How much traveling is involved and where?
Well, most of the traveling would be local because you'd be responsible for helping to establish the setup in some different factories. As you know, with our plasma torch cutting facility, we would have to set up and train some of the people in the different companies. So mostly it would be within the Montreal area. Okay, anything else?
No, that will be all. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you very much for coming here to speak with us today. We have 3 more candidates to interview this week, and I will be taking all of the interviews and discussing them with our CEO to select the right person. I would like to say, however, that you've made a very good first impression on me, and you had a very good interview. You will actually hear from me by Friday as to the results of our decision. Is that okay with you?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming today. I'll see you and talk to you later.
Thank you.